Right, so finally, you're here, right? Uh, well, first of all,
Yeah,
from my side, like I'm really sorry because I supposed to conduct this class the yesterday, but unfortunately I got late to come my house actually. So, where are you exactly from actually? Where are you living right now?
I live in Soviet.
Sure, you're right. So you're doing job
Yeah,
here, right? So that's okay. So now, planning for sitting IELTS exam, right? So what's your plan for the next one? Do you want to apply for the study abroad?
yeah.
So
I want to study abroad.
which country you want to apply for?
I want to Europe country,
So any country,
America or Canada.
so any European country or America or Canada. Like you
Yeah.
don't have any choice actually. You're gonna try this kind of country. So if
No,
you're
no,
gonna
no.
get the visa.
Yeah,
Well, actually, why I'm asking this kind of question, the reason is like before planning for the IELTS exam and also the preparation, you just need to fix to yourself like which country you want to apply for, and for that country, how much score you need actually, how much score you're seeking for. Suppose you're looking for like 7 or above 7, and you're preparing like a 5 or 5.5 or 6 actually. So definitely it will never work out for making sure like you're gonna get like securing like 7 or above that because it's a totally different. When you're talking like general English is totally different. When you're talking like IELTS speaking or IELTS English is different. Okay, so these are the things. So do you have
yeah.
knowledge about the IELTS, or have you ever tried to do any class before?
No,
According
I
to
have no
you,
knowledge. This is my first time.
this is your first thing. So you don't have that much knowledge about the IELTS even, right? Do you?
Yeah, I have no knowledge about
You don't
this.
have any knowledge. No worries. So, well, today what I'll do actually, I'll just share some basic things about the IELTS, and I'll tell you the course, I mean total course materials and course duration and also the criteria how I'm gonna conduct your class. And as I told you before, as you don't have that much knowledge of the IELTS, so if you want, you can continue your course with the batch, and also if you want, you can continue your course with one-to-one session. If you think you have enough basic about the IELTS, about the IELTS speaking, IELTS listening, writing, and also the reading, so it will be okay to continue your class with the batch because you will not that much time. You will not have that much time to ask question, I mean the differently to your teacher and I mean your mentor. So if you're gonna do the one-to-one session, what will be happen? Like you will have 1.5 hour or 1 hour session fully with one mentor. So there will be like a speaking practice. There will be like you can ask anything to your mentor. There will be like every single day you will face one speaking mock. I mean the for doing class with the batch you will not have the mock, and for doing the class with the like one-to-one session exclusive session. So you'll have every day you will have the one speaking mock, and there'll be like two module together. Suppose like maybe the speaking and listening, speaking, writing, speaking, and also the reading test. Okay. So these are the things that is the difference between the one-to-one and also the batch doing the class with the batch. Okay. So I'll just share something here about the IELTS. The first things like let's see how it's gonna work. Right. So can you see the board here? Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
visible?
I see a board. There is
Okay.
nothing.
Okay. Yeah. So let's discuss about the IELTS first. So the first things like, do you have any idea about the IELTS standing form, IELTS?
No, I I don't have an idea.
All right, so the things like IELTS, that means standing for like international, I for international, E for English, L for language, T for testing, and S for system. So it comes like international English language testing
International
system.
English language.
Testing
What is
system.
T for?
Testing system. International
Sorry,
English language testing system.
testing system. Yeah. International English language testing system.
So it's an international, all right? Um, so it's English language. So, so it's like IELTS. Okay, International English Language Testing System. Is it clear now?
Testing.
All right.
Yeah,
So there'll be like
it's
four
very clear.
module. The number one will be like, let's start with the speaking. So the number one is about the speaking. uh, Speaking to, that means there'll be a interview session you have to face with an interviewer, and there will be someone like examiner who will conduct you a speaking test, and there will be like three parts. And for the speaking, you will have 11 to 14 minutes total duration for the speaking test. I mean, your examiner will ask you few questions within this 11 to 14 minutes. So that's the duration. And within this 11 to 14 minutes, there'll be like three part. The part one is all about you. It's all about you. I mean, you like, dislike, whatever your hobby, your aim in life, your profession, everything about you actually, all about you. There will be like some questions. Suppose like, do you like cooking? Do you like traveling? Do you like this and that? I mean, like there will be some question, and I will share. I do have the all the basic information. I do have the even my personal documents, personal even like materials, and you will get the question and also the possible answer for the band 9 actually. So this is about the part one, where you will have near about 10 questions, 8 to 10 questions, 10 questions, and they will all about you, and there will be like 10 questions, and it will take not more than like 3 to 4 minutes. That means you will have 20 seconds or 15 seconds for each questions, and you need to answer with 3 or 4 sentences. Is it clear? Suppose the first question is, what's your name? Or may I know your full name? Well, my name's that. That's okay. It's a greetings actually. Before we start the part one, there will be like a part zero, but that's not important. So it's about the grading the examiner, checking the identification. And for that part, your examiner gonna ask you like simple questions like what's your name actually, and where are you from, or where are you based at? So this kind of things like you will ask you, and you can answer like normally. And after then you will start with the part one, and there will be like 10 questions like when is your birthday, how do you celebrate it, and a lot of things actually. Then after this part one, there will be like part two, and that part two gonna contains like one cue card. It's called about the cue card part two. It's a cue card session. That means you will give you a card, cue card, and that will be all about like there'll be like topics. Suppose they can ask you, talk about your favorite subject, talk about your best birthday ever in your life, tell me, talk about your best experience of online shopping, this kind of things. If you're going to search, and definitely I'll share the context, you will have a good concept and how it looks like, how it's work actually. Like part two, that means the cue card. And for the cue card, they will give you 1 minute to think about the cue card, and you can write down some notes which is gonna help you out to speak out properly. And after 1 minute, you have to talk like 2 minutes, and that's totally 1 to 3 minutes you need to speak for the cue card. And definitely, this cue card is truly you need to speak truly. Like, well, thank you very much for this opportunity. Or, well, now I'd like to talk about my favorite subject. My favorite subject is that and that. These kind of things actually. We'll talk about it later on, or if you're going to conduct actually. And there will be the last part, and that part is known about the part three. It's a simple actually. To be honest, if you're going to take it like seriously and simply, you can make it happen like 7 or 6 class actually. for applying over like USA or like UK or Canada, some of the European country actually. But at least you need to make sure 6 to 6.5, the minimum score, and no band less than 6, so that you can apply anywhere, anywhere in this world. But 7, I mean, the good score started from 7. So 7 and above 7 is a good score. Once you're gonna make it happen like 8, so for doing the masters, you will get the even opportunity for the scholarship, getting the scholarship. You will get the fund for completing your another masters, or maybe the if you want to continue some other courses, so it's possible there. So for part 3, they're going to ask you some follow-up question regarding to part 2, and also it could be the other part as well. They will ask you again 8 to 10 questions, and it will take not more than 3 to 4 minutes again. So it comes like altogether, it's like near about 11 to 14 minutes. You need to speak and you need to answer for this kind of question. So it's all about the IELTS speaking. Now, the main part is for the IELTS speaking, let's talk about the marking criteria. I mean, how your examiner can evaluate your score under what type of criteria, the marking criteria. And one thing, if you don't understand any point, please note it down, or you can interrupt me, you can ask me if any confusion is there, right? Do you understand?
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Where I get this Q card?
Where you get means for the exam or for the
Q card,
resource?
Q card.
Yeah, you're asking for the resource or for the exam?
Exam, exam.
Oh, your examiner will provide you one cue card with a paper. You'll get the cue card.
Oh,
I'll show you.
okay,
Just
thank
give
you.
me some time. So I'll show you about the that things actually.
Okay.
So it's a marking criteria. Let's talk about the marking criteria. Well, actually today I'm just sharing basic idea about the IELTS. Okay, so maybe it will help you out to
Yeah.
know and to more details actually, and maybe later on you will take the decision. No worries. So marking criteria, for the marking criteria, there'll be like 4 marking criteria. Your examiner will evaluate your score out of 4 criteria. The number 1 is about fluency, fluency and coherence, fluency and coherence. So this is the number 1, and it will cover your 25% out of like 100% of speaking test. So now the question is, what is fluency and coherence? Well, fluency is like you shouldn't stop anywhere during your speaking, which is noticeable. So without stopping, without giving a noticeable pause, it's called the fluency. I mean, you need to continuously talk, but it doesn't mean like you need to be so fast. You need to talk like a native. You need to talk like so fast. It doesn't mean like that. So it's something about the you need to talk. You can talk slowly, but you can give pause. Like, today I would like to talk. So this is like giving like a pause. This is like a not. I mean not fluency, but you can talk. Well, today I would like to talk about some simple matter about my daily life, and I'm really excited to talk about. So this is the fluency. Okay, not giving a pause. That's it. And coherence means your answer should be logical. Your examiner asking about you after 50 years, what will be happen after 50 years, and you're talking like you are very serious and you know everything about after 50 years. You're saying, suppose your examiner asking you, so Mr. What's your name?
Imran, Imran, Imran.
Imran. So, Mr. Imran, so tell me what will be happen after 50 years in this world? And you're talking like, well, after 50 years, I think after 50 years, it will be might change this and that. There will be like a robotic teacher, blah, blah. I mean, so this is like a overconfidence, and also this is speaking, but this is like it losing about the coherence, because after 50 years, we don't know what's gonna be happen, right? So we have to say we are not sure about after 50 years, but I can assume it could be or it might be like that and that. So this is like logic. Okay. Number two is about the GRA, and it's called about the grammatical range and accuracy. I mean, if your examiner gonna ask you some question relating to present tense, you need to answer it present. If the question is relating to past tense, so that you need to answer it past tense. You need to answer when your exam is going to ask you the future form. So you need to answer like future. So it means you need to make sure you are maintaining exactly the subject verb and agreement, and your tense, maintaining the tense is okay, and also maybe your singular form and the plural form over the sentence is really fantastic for speak out. So this is about the grammatical range and accuracy, and it will cover your another 25% out of 100%. Then number three is about the lex LR. We call it about the LR actually. So let's define the LR. What does it mean actually? So LR, that means lexical resource. I mean, like, you need to talk according to the IELTS speaking. You need to talk like with the advanced word. Suppose if your every answer gonna contain with the simple word, so you will lose the mark for the LR, that means lexical resource. LR, that means lexical resource, and it's something about like synonym is like advanced word. Advanced word. Do you understand? Suppose like if I'm gonna ask you like how was the day today? How was the day today? And you were replying with your answer like wow, oh well, it was really busy day. It was really a busy day. Suppose, okay, think it. Your answer is it was really a busy day. So busy is a keyword and it's a very simple word which is like used by everyone every single time, single day even, right? Do you understand? Busy is a very common word. But instead of busy, if you're gonna use like, well, it was really hectic today. It was really hectic today. And without using something like when someone like post a picture or some post over the Facebook or the Instagram, where people love to say wow, amazing, beautiful, blah blah, like the very common words you love to express your feeling. So instead of beautiful, if you're going to say it's a fantastic, it's like a marvelous, superb, I mean there are some alternative what you can use to make it like more native and more advanced. That's called the LR. Sounds clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So it's gonna cover you another 25% marks. Then let's talk about the last one, and it's about the pronunciation. Pronunciation. And it will cover your another 25% marks. That means you need to talk like a native, but you cannot be like a native, but you need to pretend you need to talk like. Okay? So it's something about when your examiner will ask you some question, you need to pretend like, well, that and that. You can say like P, you can sound like T, you can sound like K, you can sound like, I mean, this kind of Bangla tone you can use actually. So instead of that, maybe you need to know the real phonetics of the 26 alphabets. So for the one-to-one session, actually, we people, I mean, really try to make sure our student, all the candidates, they are really well known to the and the basic part of the foundation one. It's about the it started with the phonetics of alphabets like A, B, C, D. Then there will be some making the sentence criteria. There will be some practice for the fluency, and we're gonna make sure like you will be able to make all the possible grammatically correct things in over the speaking. So this pronunciation is going to cover you another 25% marks out of the 100. So let's count the altogether like 25, 25, 25, and 25. So it comes like 100%. So if you can make sure your fluency and coherence is okay, your grammatical range and accuracy is almost fantastic, your lexical resources, to be honest, like it's a very truly fine, and your pronunciation is marvelous. So you will cover your 100% and you will get the 9 out of 9 over your IELTS speaking test or for a single question. Clear? So out of these things, do you have any questions for me which you don't understand?
No, I have no question, but I have it. I doubt that can I do it?
Yeah,
Can I
please, please,
speak
please.
fluently like you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not getting you.
Can I speak fluently like you?
Why not, man? Even you
Hmm?
can speak better than me because like you need to start actually and you need to practice more, right? So I think like if you want, you can speak better than me. So it's fine and it's fantastic here. But truly, it's like
Your
we people don't
pronunciation is so
practice.
good.
Well, actually, I don't know what, but the things like I love to teach people, and also like since like 2013, I'm just teaching this online and offline way actually. And the things that I was in UK actually, so graduated from there. So definitely, I got some changes here actually, by situationally, and it's really a fact of the better practice and practice for the long time with someone who is better than you. So if you're gonna like conduct the class, if you're gonna take the courses with me like for 1-to-1, so what will be happen? You can practice with me 1-to-1. I mean, you can practice with me 30 minutes or 40 minutes every single day, and definitely one day, inshallah, you can speak better than me even. It's possible, man. It's possible. So this is all about I mean, what I'll
Speaking.
say, all about speaking. Yeah, right. And let's talk about number two part. I mean, two module is a listening test. Right, for the listening. So there'll be like 40 questions out of, I mean, there will be like 40 questions. So out of these 40 questions, if you're looking for six or above six, actually, so definitely you need to make correct 30 or 30 plus, actually, to be honest. So there'll be like four sections. The section one gonna complete your will cover you 10 questions. Section two will cover you another 10, and three will cover you another 10, and also the last one will cover you another 10. So altogether, it's kind of like 40 questions together for the listening part. And main part is you need to make sure you will make correct 30, at least 30, less, not less than 30, but above 30 you need to make correct. And there will be like type of questions, like there will be like some MCQ type, there will be some like gap filling activity, there will be like matching, and there will be some information actually. They will seek some information, and they will talk between two. There will be like a conversation between two person for each and every section, and they will give you the clue to fill up the gaps, and also they'll give you the clue to find out the answer for the best answer for the CQ, and also some other part of that. And once you will have the Cambridge book, you will get a lot of questions according to listening test, and you will get the listening part over the YouTube. Suppose like you are trying to practice for the Cambridge third in listening test one. So what you're gonna do, you will search for the YouTube and you will find out like the, well, Cambridge third in listening test one. You will get the listening test, listening part, I mean the audio part, and you will have the book in front of you. So you're gonna practice with the listening test with the audio file from the YouTube. So easy, and listening is comparatively easy than other module actually. It's good. Okay, and let's talk about the number three is about the reading. Okay, so they'll be like, for the reading they will give you 1 hour. Time is about the 1 hour, and they will provide you three passes, and every passes, out of these three passes, you will get 40 questions to answer. 40 questions to answer. Same again, like you need to at least make, you need to give a best effort to make sure like you are gonna get at least 30 or above 30 correct answer for the for this test. Well, so that'll be like 1 hour. So you'll get 20 minutes for per passes. And for the passes one, you will get like 13 questions, passes two 13, and another passes is 14. So altogether 40 questions. So comparatively, according to the Bengali students, actually the students like us, we people really feel difficulties for solving the reading passes. Sometimes it's really hard for us. But if you're going to practice regularly, if you're going to follow the instruction and also the rules and regulations, so it will be not tough for you to make sure like you're gonna make a good score for the reading purpose as well. So reading is comparatively hard for some people, and for some people it's really fine and fantastic. And let's talk about one more part, one more module, and that's all about the number four is uh, writing part. And for the writing, there'll be like task one, I mean task one, and there'll be like task two. And for the tax one, they will give you 20 minutes for completing tax one. You will get some kind of tax one like pie chart, table, then there will be like graph, then maybe the it will be like completing chart, and maybe the map. So there will be some part of the writing text, and you will have 20 minutes to complete the text actually. And you need to write down at least not less than 144 words. So it should be like 145 to 175 your word range actually. Okay, for the writing text, and you will get like 20 minutes. And you need to make sure you're writing and cover even the coherence and cohesions, and also there will be like lexical resource, there will be like grammatical uh, range and accuracy as well, and tax achievement. There are some four criteria actually for the marking criteria for the writing text one and text two. And for the text two, you will have 40 minutes, and you need to write down near about 245 to 275. So this is the word range, 245 to 275 actually. So this is the writing text two, and right for the writing text two, you need to know about some agree and disagree part. There will be like a opinion part. There will be like a problem and solution part. I mean questions pattern actually. There will be like two part of questions, and there will be like advantages and disadvantages type of. So it's a agree disagree, advantages or disadvantages, or two-part questions, or question problem and solution. This is the other part of the writing text two. Okay, so I mean, like, simply this is the four module for the right IELTS test, and you need to face this four module for the final one. So, do you understand? I mean, does it make sense at least about the basic form? Can you hear me, Imran? Like, you got the mute actually. I can't hear you. You need to unmute it.
Yeah, I understand, but listening part I don't understand properly.
Right. So I'll do one thing then. Just a minute, man.
What
Yes.
kinds of question
Yeah,
they
I'll
need
show you. I'll show you.
so
I'll show you then. Right. So let's see the listening test here. Actually, we're running out. I'll show you just some question pattern actually. Okay. Right. See. Right. Can you see now? Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's say the first things like complete the table below, and it's question section one is question 1 to 10, right? So see the one context is here like complete the table below, write no more than 3 words. I mean it's a instruction for you. You cannot write more than 3 words, and definitely if you're going to write number, so you have to write one number as it for each answer. So the question pattern is like here some information about the address, rooms. There are like 3 bedrooms, a bathroom, and also a living room. Facilities, example, restaurant. Providing internet and utilities. So they will talk about the price. So this kind of facilities, how much price you need to, how much payment you need to pay actually. So that that things, I mean dollar, maybe it will be $300 or $200. You need to answer. You need to write down this here. The number question is bedroom dash. You need to find out the answer. There will be like a audio file. You need to hear the conversation and you need to answer it. So this kind of question and even so, I mean the better part is if you're going to search over the YouTube Cambridge 10 listening test one, you will find out the question with the also the audio file. You'll go through. If you're going to have the laptops, just open that and like search it over the YouTube and get out that like at least Cambridge 10 or 8 listening test one, and just match out and try to find out like about the section one. Section one is comparatively easy, these kind of things. Section two is talking about no more than one word or a number. So it's they are talking about a story. There will be some fill in the gaps. You need to find out the gap. Section three, this kind of questions. So see matching, heading, and also there will be some point, and also see the MCQ type of question. Number 30 and 40 is MCQ type of question. So there will be, I mean, type of question. There will be like CQ, like fill in the gap, matching, heading, and also some missing information. So, is that make any sense, man? Does it make any sense about the
Oh, yeah.
listening
I
test?
understand.
Yeah. So now the main part is about it's all about the IELTS actually. I mean, where I didn't try to teach you any part of that. I'm just sharing some basic information about the IELTS. But the main part is once you're gonna start the class, I will do actually, I'll take or I'll give you maybe 5 or 10 classes for the speaking first. I mean, for the very basic part of the speaking. I'll work for the fluency. I'll work for the grammatical. I'll work for the even the pronunciation as well. So I mean, we're gonna start from the very basic. I mean, the ABCD, the real phonetics of ABCD. Then definitely I'll show you how to practice how to make a good practice for the fluency. So for 1 to 1, we really try to make sure you will have all the possible information, all the possible way to make a good result. But you need to fix out which way you want to go and whether you are doing the course or not. You need to fix it out first. So it's my responsibility to give you the class and to make sure like this is the format, these are the things about the IELTS, and I'm just sharing my criteria how I will conduct the class. So now rest of the things is totally up to you. You need to even like make sure you need to hit a plan for it, and you need to make sure like yeah you are doing the course or not with us. Do you understand?
Okay,
Once you will fix it with us, then I'll
understood.
send you all the materials even if you don't have the Cambridge books with you. So what I'll do actually, I'll send it by the courier service. You will get it like within 1 or 2 days, and hopefully within this next couple of days or like maybe the 5 to 6 classes, we will only talk about the speaking. I'll try to boost up your confidence and also boost up your fluency level. Do you understand, Mr. Imran?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if
Our
if
books
if you
available
if you want to
in
if you want to
any
make
shop.
any question in like Bengali as well, it's fine. Actually, I'm really sorry. I mean, total class টা আমাকে আপনাকে একটু ইংলিশে বোঝাতে হলো। It's fine. But আপনি যদি বুঝতে সমস্যা হয় মাঝে মাঝে আমাকে বলতে পারেন। Because হচ্ছে আমরা একটু ট্রাই করি কি স্টুডেন্ট যদি ইংলিশেই অভ্যস্ত হোক, মানে আমি যাই বলছি সে বুঝতে না পারলেও যেন অভ্যস্ততা তৈরি হয়,
না
কারণ
না, এটা
এভাবেই
ভালো, এটা ভালো।
এভাবেই হয়, বুঝতে পারছেন?
জি জি। আসলে এই বইগুলো কি